The content creates connection. The connections create conversation. The conversation leads to conversions and new customers. Hey, everyone. Becky Lander here. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so excited you're here with us today. Now, you may be one of our regular podcast listeners that are listening in today, but you may be joining us for the first time because we are also live on video. So if you've ever wanted a behind-the-scenes look of the podcast and the conversation, this is your spot to be. I have to say that this podcast studio, video studio that we've created has been a little bit of a labor of love. We have carpeted our garage. We've put some cool backdrops in. We have amazing lighting and an incredible microphone, as well as camera. Just super excited to have this space. I was just kind of envisioning today all of the different things that we're going to be able to use this space for, from course videos to serving our corporate clients, doing virtual keynotes, doing live training. Really, the list goes on and on. So I am so excited for you to be here with us for our very first podcast episode that is not just audio, but also video. So welcome to the podcast. Anyone that's new joining us in, we're so happy to have you here and have a lot of good content to share with you today. Today's episode is all about quick content ideas for busy direct sellers. And if you're listening to this podcast in real time, it is summer, it is mid-July. Things are pretty darn busy. There is a lot happening. I know I'm personally traveling a lot over the month of July. We have kids home, we have camps happening, and I'm sure that your schedule looks like a lot of the same. So as you are thinking about your month, you may also be thinking that you need some quick, just-in-time content strategies to really grow your business. I think that when things get busy, we often lack consistency. And we know how important it is to be consistent in our business. And we also know when things get busy, sometimes we can't do all the things that we want to do. We might have all these big ideas and big projects that kind of have to go in the parking lot list, right? That list of someday maybe I would like to do these things. We really have to get back to those basics. So if you've been around here for a while, you've heard me talk about what I really believe are the fundamentals of direct sales, those things that you're doing day in, day out that you can get done in just 20 minutes a day. Those are your daily ABCs. So as a friendly reminder, that A is for active selling or asking for a sale. So every day you have a money-making activity happening in your business. B is for building relationships. That's connecting with people. That's building out your sales pipeline. And then that C is for creating content. And I don't know about you, but sometimes content just comes to me and I can post it on the fly. And other times I really overthink it. And occasionally I have those moments just like you do, where you think, gosh, I can't believe that took me an hour to create. That was supposed to be short, easy, simple, and then somehow we overcomplicate it. So what I wanted to bring you here on the podcast today are a couple of quick content creation strategies that you can get done in 10 minutes or less, because we're all busy. We have a lot going on this summer. And I want to give you a couple of strategies just to make it even easier than ever to really build out that content strategy and stay consistent for your customers. Before we dive into all of that, let's talk about the value of content, right? When I just shared those ABCs, the C is third on the list, right? And there's a reason for that. The content is really what's going to draw people into your business. So when you're thinking about a sales funnel, your content is really the top of the funnel, right? Then you're building relationships. That's more the middle of the funnel. And then the bottom of the funnel is actually where we're making sales and converting followers and lurkers and leads into real paying customers. So when you think about content, I would really think about content is really the first way people are getting to know you. This is the way that you're attracting people into your brand and able to build your audience. Ultimately, that's the goal, right? We want to build our audience. The bigger audience we have to serve, the more likely it is that we're going to grow our customer base. And if you're building a team, also build your team. So we want to reach as many as we possibly can. And content is your ticket to do that. We live in this incredible world that we can go post on social media completely for free and have the opportunity to build an audience. Sometimes we're creating content that's going to reach our existing followers. And a lot of times when we're creating reels, we're able to reach people that are not yet following us. And that's the ticket right there, right? We want to create content that's going to have an organic reach, not a paid reach. We don't want to have to invest in paid advertising, but an organic reach to reach people that don't not yet know you, but want to get to know you. They see your content and they follow you, right? That's the magic formula. Once you create that content, it's going to give you the opportunity to make connections. And once we make connections, we have the opportunity to have conversations. And once we have conversations, we have the opportunity to convert people into actual paying customers. How's that for a whole lot of C's? So the content creates connection. The connections create conversation. The conversation leads to conversions and new customers. So content is actually a really important part of the formula. And if you've been following along here over the last couple of weeks, we've talked a lot about social media content and the need for that social media content to be public. It needs to be shareable. It needs to be discoverable. We need to be creating content that's going to attract a new audience and bring them in. Because what I want for you is to build a sales pipeline. You want a big, healthy pipeline of potential customers that are super excited to shop with you, to host with you, to join your team, to collaborate with you, to refer others to you. Building the audience is the key to success, and the way to do that is through content. So now that we know that content's important and we know we need to be consistent with how we're showing up with the content we're creating, let's talk about some of those content strategies that we can really tap into in 10 minutes or less. 10 minutes or less, right? Everyone has 10 minutes, even during the busy summer months, even if you're sitting poolside, even if you're on a plane or you're on a road trip, you have 10 minutes in your day that I guarantee you can carve out a little bit of time to create content. And even better, which I'm going to share with you here at the tail end, there are some incredible tools out there that you can batch your content and schedule it ahead of time. So maybe you don't have 10 minutes a day, or you don't choose to spend 10 minutes a day on creating content, but you know every week you can carve out an hour. Knock out a couple of these strategies in an hour, batch them out, and have them scheduled so your content is working for you in the background so you can really show up and focus on those things that are going to give you some more immediate sales, right? Building relationships and also asking for the sale. All right, so let's get into it. All right, 10-minute content strategy number 1. We're talking about behind the scenes snippets into your life and your business. And this is one of my most favorite ways to create content. I could do this all day long, right? Because you're utilizing what you're already doing. So right before I clicked record, I recorded a little bit of B-roll of me here on the mic in the new video studio. I am surely going to use that content as part of my strategy to give people a little peek behind the scenes of what it's like to be in my brand new video studio. For you, it might be packing up an order and shipping it out. Or it might be creating your content, being on your phone, being on your computer. Maybe it's just some fun B-roll as you're journaling, or you're reflecting and looking out a window, or on vacation, having even a beautiful view of the scenery around you, or hanging out at the pool, right? What are those behind the scenes snippets that you can capture as part of your content and repurpose and reuse in your day-to-day content? So really, this is a sneak behind the scenes. An example of that might be when you're traveling this summer. Here I am at this hotel room. We are here at our national conference. I'm so excited to be here. I'm here with my biz bestie. And one thing I'm really looking forward to learning at conference is fill in the blank. That's it. It's as easy as that. That behind the scenes snippet into your business and in your life is what people love and crave to see. They want to get to know you as a person. And this is the perfect opportunity for them to do that. So whether you're traveling or whether you're making coffee at home or whether you're working at your kitchen table or next to the pool, that is some great content for you to share. All you need to go along with that is a good hook, right? Whatever that caption is going to be, that's going to draw people in. And then also a little bit more detailed caption about what you're up to and how they can take a call to action. So a call to action would be follow me to learn more, right? Or comment the keyword summer to hear about our summer specials. It's as easy as that, right? So we have a hook, we have some fun content, we have a good caption, and we have a call to action. Easy peasy. You can definitely create that in 10 minutes or less. Okay, number 2 is going to be a product spotlight. This is a great way for you to share your products or even your routine and how you're using your products with others, right? So product spotlight might be, here's my top 3 products that I use every single day. Or here's my favorite jewelry and this is how I styled it today. Or here is my favorite shake. This is how I make it in the morning. This is what I add to my smoothie. And this is why I love it, right? You have so many options here to feature products that you're using in your day-to-day life. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could even be a post with your top couple of products that you love. I know we included something like that over in our social selling plan from last month. Here's just a product feature and spotlight about what we love and why we love it in our own words. All right, number 3 is customer testimonials. And I think it's a really fun one because when we think about customer testimonials, it's giving third-party validation that what you are offering is pretty darn amazing, right? People can take it from you, but when they hear it from someone else, it just adds a whole lot more of that know, like, trust factor. Okay, not only is she saying it's great, but my neighbor says it's great, or my best friend says it's great, or even that random girl in the Facebook group says it's great. So maybe there's something here that I need to check out. So a great way to highlight your content is by featuring one of your customers, using your product, wearing your product, sharing your product, saying why they love the product. And it can just be a simple feature to shout them out, to say, hey, thank you so much, Becky, for sharing the love. I know that you're loving these shakes. I am loving them too, right? As easy as that. That is content creation. Check the box. Done for the day. All right, quick and easy content number 4. Let's talk about daily tricks and tips. So you have incredible offer. You have incredible value in sharing your product. You're the product expert. Even if sometimes you don't quite feel like you're the product expert, you're the product expert. So when you're thinking about sharing tips and tricks, there's a lot that you can share that your followers don't know about. And that's where you can show up and provide value. So maybe it's something like, did you know you can use these quick and easy nail strips for a 10-minute manicure, right? Or did you know that when you layer your necklaces, it's great to pick this type and a statement piece, right? So think about the value that you provide. Do you know that your skincare regimen can be 3 simple steps? Here's the 3 simple things that you need in your life each and every day. So you are the expert and you have an opportunity to really share those tips and tricks with your audience. They're out there just waiting to hear from you about everything that you know related to your product. So think about tips, tricks, value add that you can share related to your product today. All right, content strategy number 5. This one does not get easier, my friends. And I know that sometimes these posts may feel a little bit cheesy or a little bit silly, but people want to tell you if they'd rather have chocolate or vanilla ice cream, or if they'd rather go to the beach, or if they'd go to the mountains, or they'd rather be an early bird or a night owl. Any of those kind of simple engagement posts are a great way to get people talking and to keep your content light and fun. Now, one of the things that I am still seeing working very well over on Facebook are those solid colored content pieces with the big, bold font. So a very simple and lazy way to create content is simply by asking an engaging question with one of those bright, solid backgrounds and big letters. It catches people's attention. It's easy for them to respond to. It feels non-threatening, non-salesy, and a great way to get people talking. Now, here's what I want to ask you to take it to the next level, right? So this is where we bridge that gap between content creation and building relationship. When you create that content, you want to make sure that you get a response. Your number one goal is to get people talking in the comment. Once they're talking in the comments, your number one goal becomes getting them into your DMs. So when you're thinking about content creation and you're asking people if they're a night owl or if they're an early bird, and they say that they're a night owl, you can respond thoughtfully to that comment, but it also doesn't hurt to send them a quick DM and say, hey, I saw that you're a night owl. I am too. I have such a hard time sometimes winding down at the end of the night. My brain just keeps going, going, going. What's working for you, right? Like you can just bridge that into a direct conversation. And that's a real life example. I literally have such a hard time at the end of the night turning it off. I tell my son, click, click, turn it off. And I need to tell myself the same thing, right? But it's really easy to create some easy content like that. Hey, where are you traveling this summer? Where do you wish to travel this summer? Open that up into a conversation. Oh yeah, you're going to go to Southern California. Have you been to Disneyland? Oh, you're headed to Florida? I was there last summer. One of my favorite areas was over in Clearwater, right? Whatever that might be for you, to move it from a comment into an actual conversation, all right? So not only are you creating the content, but we're moving it right along into building relationship. So there you have it, my friends. You have 5 content strategies that you can leverage in your business to create quick, easy content in 10 minutes or less. And here's a little bit of a trick that I'm going to share with you. I just shared with you 5 ideas. Number 1 being behind the scenes snippet. Number 2, product spotlight. Number 3, customer testimonials. Number 4, tips and tricks. And number 5, polls and questions. You can make that your content schedule Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. You do not have to come up with all kinds of crazy brand new content or even content categories on a regular basis. You can use the behind the scenes. You can use the product feature. You can use the tip. You can use a poll. It is really up to you. But this is a great, easy format to figure out what to post and where to post it. We're posting publicly, right? We're posting publicly where it is shareable and discoverable, because your number one goal when you're creating content is to get new eyeballs on your content. So you have the opportunity to invite them to follow you, to learn more from you, to come into your circle of influence and learn from you. So with that said, I am so excited for you to go out there and knock your content plan out of the park this summer. I can't wait to see what you create. Do not overthink it. Don't spend too much time on it. Get out there, enjoy summer, enjoy the sunshine, and really focus in on what you can get done in 10 minutes or less to create some really fun content to engage your audience. So with that said, I hope you get out there and have a great day. Thanks for joining me for the podcast today. The first one that was video-based. If you're watching me on video, you can tell I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm so used to talking with my hands. I'm thinking, do I just sit here with my hands crossed? Look like a TV producer or newscaster. So I'm figuring it out. I think we're also going to add some greenery, maybe a little bit of a tree over here. So it is only going to get better from here. With that said, I hope that you are having an incredible day. Super excited to see you take these content strategies and apply them to your direct sales business. I will see you real soon. Take care, my friends. Bye. We are proud to welcome CintShare as the newest sponsor of the Modern Direct Seller podcast. CintShare is the #1 most trusted social media platform for network marketers, direct sellers, affiliates, independent consultants, virtual assistants, small businesses, and creators in any industry. Start your 30-day trial today with coupon code GAMECHANGER and spend less time posting and more time socializing.